Welcome to Blockies VR. This is the VR game I've been developing for the past few years. It's a physics game where you can throw balls, try to knock down blocks, different towers, as well as attack and defeat different enemies. So today I'm just going to be going through a small bug fix, just as a quick introduction to the game. So first let's see some gameplay. Alright, so I'm playing the game now on my VR headset, and you can see the gameplay from Unity there. So, yeah, the basic idea is with my hand, I can spawn in a ball, and I can throw it wherever. Yeah, I'm on one of my cool new levels I've been working on. And I can also switch between all my different balls here. So whenever I click the primary button on my controller here, I can switch. So now I have a spike ball that I can throw. And yeah. So that's where this bug comes in that I'm working on. So whenever I switch to a different ball, you can see the effect is coming up on both hands. But actually, I just want this to come up on one of the hands, whichever hand I'm switching to the different ball type with. Because one thing that can happen is if one hand is disabled and the other hand is enabled, the effect is still coming up. I can't really replicate it because I have both of the controllers on right now, but yeah, you can see even though that this hand is disabled, the effect is still coming up. So let's get into the code for this. Alright, so here we are looking at my controller script, which is the huge script for the player to control all of the movement and actions within the game. And if I scroll down here, I have a method for ball selection. So whenever you press the primary button, then that's going to be able to switch whichever ball you're currently using, which we have this logic here to determine which ball is selected and everything. But you can see right here, this is the issue, where I am having this ball selection effect happen no matter if you are using the left hand or the right hand. So I've done a little bit of investigation, especially into the logic for the controller here. So I have a for each loop right here, where I first am going to go over the left controller and then the right controller. Because what we do is we have a list of all the controllers right here. You can see that it kind of works in a strange, like sort of bitwise way. So I have a variable for the desired characteristics, which is that a controller is held in the hand, it's a left controller, or it's a right controller, and also, yeah, just the fact that it is in fact a controller. So then what we can do here is add some extra logic to determine which controller we are actually looking at. So what we're going to have to do is see if the controller is actually indeed a left-hand controller or a right-hand controller. So I'm just going to add this right here for now, and I'm going to have to do some additional research to see how we can do the code for this. Alright, so I figured out the logic to do this. So inside of controller, we have a list of characteristics. So actually it's a bit mask of the enumerated flags as it described here. So all we have to do is do the logical AND right here, and then do that with the input device characteristics of left, because then the controller will contain either the left or the right characteristic. And then if this is equal to 0, then it is not left. So we actually want to do not equal to 0 here. So then we will know that it is in fact a left controller. I know the logic is a little bit complicated right there, but once we have that, all we have to do is say if it is left, then we are going to do this instantiate, and else we are going to do this instantiate right here. And actually, I'm just going to put this logic right here, remove this variable, and instead I'm just going to put a comment here for controller is left controller, because the logic is a bit too complicated. Alright, let's go back and try that out now to see if that fixed the bug. Alright, here we are in game again. Let me get the two controllers up right here, and I'm going to click with the right button now, the left, right, left, and you can see it's working perfectly. It's only creating the particle for the correct hand right here. So let's go ahead and win this level. This level is super simple. I just need to hit down that gem right there. Ugh. Ah yeah, level mastered. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about a quick bug fix in my Blockies VR game here that I'm working on.